Hey guys, FstMario here. So I'm sorry for the slightly late upload. I've personally just kind of been dealing with my university deadlines, and I've finished most of them up until the end of March, so I can, relax for a little bit and not focus on those properly. But obviously, they're still in the back of my mind, so just let let that out there. But I wanted to do another, kind of Q&A about, I guess, questions that people post in the comments, and just kind of answering those in this video. Since there isn't going to be an update until maybe Friday or something, since that's usually when Robbie updates his game, all I can really do is just intermittent videos until then. So I guess I will see you guys later on after we actually have an update video as well, and I hope you enjoy this video too. So for the first question, are pre-testers going to be getting anything once the game is out? So as far as we know, there aren't going to be any rewards other than the time that you spend actively playing and testing Helmet Heroes Reborn in its current state. I can show you from the official testing website, which you can access, but unfortunately you wouldn't have access to the game or see it. It says here that his plan is to not do any kind of rollbacks, and even after the beta test, players will keep their accounts. So the only time he's going to roll back is if someone breaks, like an exploit, or someone finds a way to kind of, influence the economy to get dupe stats and stuff. We've already had instances of people basically using methods to kind of cheat their way forward, and those users have been banned accordingly. And it wouldn't surprise me if there's still someone else who's a tester who's been going out of their way to be malicious. So, other than that, it's simply just a case of you keep your progress you make. So let's say you get to endgame, or you get to like level 100, 200. When the game is fully released, you will have that level 100 and 200 before every other user who doesn't actually have pre-tester access and is able to play. As for this next question, this comes up fairly frequently. Now, it would be how to play Helmet Heroes. Guys, how do I get Helmet Heroes Reborn
Is this game
on
open to
Android
the
phone?
public?
How do I download
There's no loading
this?
area now,
I like Pag,
which is a really
guys,
huge
how do I
improvement.
get free access?
How
to
do I play and
Reborn?
install
Guys,
this?
I have
How
3,000
do I play and
hours in
install
Helmet
this?
Heroes
When
Reborn.
is the
Why
release
can't I
date?
play
Is there a
Helmet
link to
Heroes
download
Reborn?
Helmet Heroes
My
Reborn?
God. Deep breaths. Now, as much as I know that this is mostly just people who are too lazy to kind of actually search around and get an answer, they just leave a comment on a YouTube video going, oh, I just want to know this. Okay, you get pre-tester access by emailing Robbie your IP. Link in the description of how to get access. If you want, I can do another updated video that's more in-depth, but it's really not a hard process. Second of all, I don't know when Helmet Heroes is going to come out. There's been no explicit date said by Robbie. All we know is that he's working on the game and giving people access as we go. No, the game is not on mobile phone, and I can't give you access to Helmet Heroes Reborn. Sure, I did a giveaway before, but that was out of the kindness of my heart, and Robbie agreed to it. I'm not going to exploit my relationship with Robbie by just asking him to give people access whenever I want. It's purely up to him, it's his game, he decides. Just to cut that out there now, do not ask me for access, do not ask me if I can get you any form of access. The only way you can is by emailing Robbie, or if I ever do a future giveaway, or if other, Helmet Heroes Reborn YouTubers do a giveaway. I just want to set that as the case now. No mobile phone version. Puffin browser doesn't work. No, I can't get you access. I don't know when the game's going to be out, and I don't know if it's going to be anytime soon. So, just to put all of that out there now. As for this third question, as the user is asking, will Robbie make a map? Because it is very difficult to find your way. So how Robbie has actually decided to change how the map operates is, I'm not sure if he's going to have like a mini-map, which I think is what this question's alluring to. But, not a mini-map, but like the map icon we have in original Helmet Heroes. As far as I know, there's going to be no kind of teleporting function, which means everyone will have to walk everywhere, or at least there'll be like a fast transport in between different towns. I'll put on a screen what he said when I asked him, actually, so I can just do that now. If I remember correctly, he said it will be like a continuous platformer, so it'll be one like gigantic map. There'll be different shortcut spots to go from like A to B. So, for example, Ferryville is going to be directly above future areas for the mushroom area, and those passages can be put in between. So, of course, it won't be all difficult to find your way, but I'm assuming there'll be some form of mini-map to know exactly where you are. Or not mini-map again, like the map function. But all we can do is hope, and again, it seems senseless to not have this, because it just requires people to somehow know their way.
when it's much easier to just have a location of where exactly you are. So I can't say that it will exist, but I would say it's a high possibility, and theoretically it should exist, right? So this next question that I saw was if there's going to be a daily or a weekly login, how it would be implemented, and what you could get for the rewards on like a daily or assuming weekly basis. Now, I actually do really like daily and weekly logins. I used to like daily objectives, say something like kill 1,000 monsters for, I don't know, like 5,000 coins, or, you know, just, obviously it depends on where exactly you are in your levels, and they need to scale up based on your level for them to still be relevant. I do remember Robbie actually saying that missions would have more of a purpose in the game. So honestly, like I could really I would really love for this to, I could I could help push for this to have daily and weekly logins. Of course, it would probably be like more of a a daily something that you have to do daily to just get like minuscule rewards. Like when I think of what I have in mind is like in Bloons Tower Defense 6, where they kind of give you absolutely piss rewards every single day. Even if you've been playing for at least 1,000 days now, you still get like what, like 10. Just, you get nothing. You just get nothing. You get like terrible towers, and you get like you just don't get anything good. And obviously it's cool. It's like, oh, you know, I've got something that's worth like 50 monkey cash. That's like 10 PRL, but I think again, like there's the whole additive concept. You do that for like a whole year. That's 50 times 365. That is like a lot. That's like about 15k, isn't it? So regardless, I still think it's worth it. Um, but yeah, no, I can help. Honestly, I'd love to help push for this, because I think those are the kind of daily motivators that some people need to keep playing every single day. That's what leads to a direct retention of players. I don't know if a lot of you know this, but I used to be a community manager for a mobile game, and it was kind of definitely understood that the more you have daily and weekly tasks, the more people want to come on and do them every single day. Like, yeah, no, I agree with this completely. I want to help push this. So thank you for reminding me of this. So next we have Buster Spine. Will there be cutscenes for all specific areas? As far as I actually know, I think they will be added, or if anything, they might be commissioned to be improved and upgraded. As what I've heard from like some people that actually like delved into the code of the game is the highest monster is going to be a magma dragon, if I remember correctly. So, I mean, the Magma Dragon cutscene would still be relevant. We haven't got the intro cutscene yet. We kind of just spawned back in the world like we did originally, but again, Robbie kind of released cutscenes like later on rather than adding them right away. So honestly, I don't think it is too unlikely. But I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. I do hope they'll be added, because I think the cutscenes are what really made the game like, I don't know. It was I remember the cutscenes would release like with magma dragons, and then I recorded it. It was so great. And for the next question, is there any new payable items? So as I will put on the screen now, and as you've seen in this most recent video, there is a Halo that's been released, and of course the Halo was in the original Helmet Heroes. I think it was 35% rather than 30 though. But regardless, if I die with 500k, I'm gonna probably like throw my PC out of the window. Uh, but I mean, I think there's gonna be future payable items planned as well. I'd need to ask Robbie directly, but I mean, you can count on Robbie trying to, you know, wanting to make money with Helmet Heroes, so you know, I wouldn't put it against them to add more features. As to what's going to be added, I'd have absolutely no idea, and I'd need to ask it again.
So as we go on for the next question, does Robbie intend to add food in every single shop? So as far as I know, Robo City is going to be added. As for every shop, I can't say if it's going to be every shop, but I know that he wants to have an increase in the price relative to the amount of money that Helmet Heroes players make. He relates it to HP and MP being more of it's going to be more of like, you know, has more utility and has to be used more sparsely rather than just having MP and just spamming it constantly. Like in original Helmet Heroes, you had what, like people over 1,000,000 HP and MP where they didn't even need it, because I mean realistically, if you had enough total defense, it doesn't matter. But in this game, as I'll put the screenshot on the screen here, Robbie intends to make HP and MP more sparse, and as for food items, they'll become more prominent and more necessary as the game goes on. I think I've seen Flashlight actually request to add different food variants as well, which he's drawn up, which are honestly pretty awesome. But I think a lot of them will be added through every single store anyways, so, you know, that's that.
This next suggestion is coming from someone that has a lot of great questions from Nico. As the crafting update comes, what the materials needed, what the requirements, or what's expected. This is a massively projected question that I have absolutely fucking no idea, because, I mean, there's no real mechanics other than crafting, other than like mining right now. As you can tell from like when you mine the boulders, you can do damage to them. I'm not sure if they're gonna do any damage, but those are the fundamentals of a mechanic that will allow us to break environmental objects. So I think Robbie's shown an interest in wanting to do mining, but I can't say for sure, honestly. As for that, I hope there's more than just fishing as a skill, because he wants to add fishing, but again, like as far as I know, it's only fishing and there's a mechanic. All we can do again is kind of try and push to see what he's going to do for that so far. But of course, crafting is going to be a part of the game. Mining is maybe going to be in the game. Woodcutting probably still going to be in the game. Now, for this final question from Paolo again, Robbie might be 50 or 60 now, and I'm sure he's exposed to computers. If his eyes wear out, is that why he is slow responding to emails? Now, this is more about how Robbie kind of replies to emails, and it's no secret that he's sometimes pretty slow. I think what he does is he selects who he wants to talk to, because there's people that generally want to kind of just ask him, which he realizes, and there's people that kind of are there to genuinely want to help, and there's people that just kind of spam his emails with, Robbie, please give me this, Robbie, do this for me, Robbie, unban me. I think he selectively chooses who he wants to respond to, and that's kind of a good thing and a bad thing. It means he's prioritizing who he wants to talk to properly, and it also does mean that he does check his emails. Honestly, I've been pushing for him to use Discord as a mode of like trying to talk to players more frequently, but I don't think he's buying it because he's used or maybe deep rooted to using emails. So all I can really hope is that eventually he starts to use the Discord, or he uses, the forums, or even forums are outdated as well. Just use Discord at this point. But yeah, can't really say. I'm guessing it's what I've just explained here. But yeah, thank you to all those who watched to the end of the video to kind of go through the Q&As. As I always suggest, put any questions you have in the comments of this video. I'll even do a community poll. Like I said at the beginning, I've just been a bit caught up with my work, which I've caught up with now. So hopefully I'll be back on track with downloads. I believe we're due for another content update this week for Ferryville, so I'll report on that as soon as possible. As for that, again, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!